What's up, guys? This is Behind the Dice, back with another Star Wars Destiny video, and today I am going to be looking at some more Across the Galaxy spoilers released by Fantasy Flight Games. Um, and the focus on this article that they posted on their website is some vehicle supports, droid supports, and more mods for the supports. Obviously, if you don't know yet, mod upgrades are kind of a new mechanic here. They're essentially upgrades for your support cards, especially vehicles. Something very, very interesting, something I'm very excited for. Um, Obviously, a couple months ago, we saw spoilers for the new TIE Fighters and X-Wings. So I can't wait to see what more things they do with this new mechanic, with these mods and supports. So let's take a look and see what FFG has given us today. So first things first, we have some familiar cards here. Looks like some reprints, some different designs. We have BB-8 and Black One. Obviously, there was a BB-8 and Black One back in Awakenings a while ago, so these are new versions of those cards. First thing that comes to mind here, BB-8. The first BB-8 was a gray support. This one is red. BB-8 costs one resource. He's a legendary. That's interesting. His dice sides are 3/1 focus sides, a shield, a resource, and a +1 resource. So no blanks here. Pretty good. He's a support droid, obviously hero, and his action is spot a vehicle support to attach this card to it as a mod upgrade. Discard all upgrades on this card. If that vehicle is Black One, ready it. Use this action only once per game. So, again, obviously they're really moving forward with mods here. Really, really cool that droids are becoming, can become mods, can go from being supports to mods. That's really cool. Obviously, again, like I talked about in the Darth Vader video, they're rewarding you for being thematic, essentially. So, if you attach BB-8 to Black One, which we'll get to in a second, you can ready Black One. So that's getting value out of Black One's die, getting more value out of BB-8's die, and BB-8 doesn't cost that much to play. So that's very cool that they are rewarding you for being thematic. In terms of the actual card, its dice size, focuses are always good, especially in the vehicle deck, so you can assure that you're getting the most damage you possibly can. Obviously, resources are nice. The +1 resource is kind of meh for me. Um, you know, I mean, if you roll that, obviously you want the focus sides the most here. So the +1 resource is kind of, it might as well be a blank. Like, if you're able to use it, that's great, but I can't foresee many situations where you will. But overall, it's a good die. I mean, it costs one. It looks like it can be very useful. Also, I haven't play tested any of these yet, so this is all just off the cuff, my first reaction, seeing this, and my first opinions on them. So, at first glance, I like how it looks. We'll see what happens when we actually use it in play. Very interesting that it's a legendary. Next, we have the Black One, a 2 cost support vehicle. Its die sides are a 1 range, 2 range, 1 indirect, a shield, a special, and a blank. So it has a power action. Spot Poe Dameron to turn this die to any side. So again, rewarding you for being thematic. You play this in the Poe Dameron deck. You can do something a little extra with the card. Its special is deal 1 damage to a character. If a droid is attached to this support, re-roll this die instead of removing it. So, they're really, really pushing you to play, obviously, play BB-8 with this. Because for 2 resources, if you're able to use that die multiple times, like BB-8 and Special will let you, that's just really great value, for only 2 resources. I mean, its dice sides aren't anything to go crazy over. I mean, a 1 and a 2 is nice. A 1 indirect doesn't do much for me. That can just easily be blocked by a shield, especially with how many shields are being used in the game right now. So the 1 indirect is kind of meh. It's nice to have a shield, and that special seems really good to keep the die out there. Um, so you know, if you're playing very thematically and you have Poe Dameron as a character, you throw BB-8 on there. Obviously the synergy between these things you'll get the most out of this card. I feel like Black 1 and BB-8 will be really good if you're getting the most out of them. So at first glance, I would recommend, you know, trying to play these cards together, and if you can, use Poe Dameron in your deck, because if you're talking from a pure value standpoint, you want to be able to use this die as much as you can. So really cool. Really cool. Moving down here, we have an R2 Astromech. Now, this is an upgrade droid mod. It doesn't have a dice. It's a 0 cost, and it reads, modify vehicle support. Okay, so play this upgrade only on vehicles. So only on vehicles. This card can go on. Its action is exhaust this upgrade and spend 2 resources to ready attach vehicles. So, yeah, really cool. If you're generating a lot of resources, and again, you want to do things like make the most out of, one of your supports, this card seems very, very solid to keep writing it and, finding all that value. I can see that being pretty good in the Black 1. We'll see how that works, but really solid card. I'm excited to try it out. It costs 2 resources, so you have to make sure that you're able to save up. It's also a hero. So, nice. This is our first, I think this is our first mob with added dice. So, we'll see how this works. Alright, now we have some yellow cards here. We have the Shadowcaster, which is a neutral 4-cost legendary support vehicle. It has a 3 range for a resource, 6 range for 3 resources, 4 indirect for 1 resource, and 5 indirect for 2 resources. I have no clue what the next 2 sides are, but obviously the first 4 are some heavy damage, but they cost a lot. So let's see. Decrease the resource cost on each side of this die by 1 for each mod on the support. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, if you're able to get mods on this, especially cheat mods on this, these resource costs can go down. So if you get 2 mods on this guy, you can do the 6 damage for 1, and you can do all of these for free. So, clearly, again, rewarding you for using mods. I wonder if, it looks like most of the mods cost 2 or 3. Obviously BB-8 costs 1. So we'll see if you're able to generate the resources to pull this off. It can be really, really powerful. Not 4 costs to get it out there. Nothing insane. I just feel like it might take a while to be able to actually use this. Like, you spend your 4 resources to get it out. I'm not sure if it has a resource side on it yet. You spend your resources to get it out, 4 resources, and, if you have a truce and you hit the 3, then maybe you can use it, but this might take a little bit of time to ramp up and actually be able to use. But if you can use it and you get a modifier on there, it can be very, very deadly. So the Shadowcaster looks really, really cool. Moving over, we have the Arccaster, which clearly goes with the Shadowcaster here. It's an upgrade weapon mod. It costs 2. Neutral, has a 1 range plus 2 range, 3 indirect, a disrupt, a shield, and a blank. And this can only go on a vehicle. And the card reads, after you play this upgrade, you may activate attach support. Then you may re-roll a die. So, essentially, if you put this on the Shadowcaster, all these go down by 1, and then you're able to activate it. Then we'll see kind of what happens damage-wise. Maybe you can get some action cheating in there somehow when you're able to activate it. So this seems really cool because it'll help you speed up the process of ramping up the Shadowcaster when you play it on there and you activate it. So yeah, really cool. Pretty decent dice size. if you get that godly 3 indirect and 5 indirect for 2, doing 8 indirect damage for, well, if that's on there, 1 resource, that seems pretty significant. Or the 6 and the +2, 8 range damage for 2 resources. So yeah, really cool. I like how this looks. I'm really excited to try out these mods and see how viable they are in the game right now. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I believe the last spoiler on this page is the Fire Spray 31. So it's a 4-cost support vehicle, villain. Its die sides are 2 range plus 3 range, 3 indirect, 4 indirect for a resource, a disrupt, and a blank. It has a power action which reads, play a mod from your hand on this support if able, decreasing its cost by 2. So, yeah, so again, I like to talk a lot about value when it comes to Destiny, especially with resources. So, if you're playing this 4-cost support out there, and then you're able to get a mod on there for free, because it looks like a lot of the mods cost around 2 or 3, you're really saving your money, and that can really help you in the long run throughout the game. You know, it helps you hit these 4 indirects for 1, and then play more mods on there. So what I really like about this guy is that it helps you save money, which is really cool and really important in a vehicle deck. You know, if you play a Delve, you essentially are playing this for 1 less, and then playing a 2-cost mod on here for free. You're saving 3 resources. So saving resources in a vehicle-based deck is very important, and I think this card helps with that a lot. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. Yeah, so these are some of the spoilers that FFG has dropped today. I'm very excited about the direction of the game right now. They're adding some very cool mechanics. I can't wait to see what cool creative decks people come up with these new mechanics and mods and vehicles. So yeah, I'm very excited, and we'll see how this goes when the set drops. So this was just my kind of initial reaction to these spoilers. I can't wait to try these out on Tabletop Simulator. Again, I'm sure that if you don't know yet, Jackalman Games puts proxies of these cards for Tabletop Simulator on their website, so I'm sure they'll be working hard on that. So make sure you check them out and download their proxies if you use Tabletop Simulator. I know I will. So yeah, this was just kind of my initial reaction to these spoilers. I can't wait to see what else will come out from the set. And yeah, this set should be coming out within the next couple weeks, so I'm very excited. Yeah, so this has been Behind the Dice. I will see you on our next Star Wars Destiny video. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you later. Bye.